Addiction is a biological, social, and physical disorder in which a participant becomes dependent on a substance. It can ruin their life, cause violence, and a lot of hostility.
Tyson has been dependent on DaBaby for the past 2 years.
I love DaBaby. I have no purpose without it.
Last year alone, he spent 1,400 hours listening to the rapper, over 100 times more than the average American. He also spent over $2,000 of his college fund on DaBaby merchandise alone.
No one else is a fan like I am. I am the DaBaby guy.
And he has no desire to change.
This isn't affecting my life. I'm fine.
But his mother disagrees.
His life is on the line.
Can experts Dr. Joe Schmo and psychologist Jimmy Dean convince Tyson to change his ways
What does this look like to you?
I'm sure it's not deadly.
before it destroys his health for good?
I would like to bring your attention to the mass on the left frontal part of the lobe.
I don't want my son to die.
He's essentially killing himself with every new listen to DaBaby.
17-year-old Tyson of Weston, Connecticut is addicted to DaBaby.
I listen to basically only DaBaby. I buy all the merch, and I know every lyric. No one's a bigger fan.
Tyson listens to at least 13 hours of the artist a day, leaving no time for school, work, or other leisure. His mother's concerned he's ruining his life, as he recently dropped out of high school to spend even more time in his room.
He won't talk to me or my husband. He won't go out. He won't eat for days on end. I just never know what he's doing up there. I feel like I'm losing my son.
Tyson recently went as far to install his own locks from the inside of his room, as well as built his own functional radio receiver out of an old-school computer to never lose access to his idol.
So does Tyson still hang out with you these days?
No, not really. Whenever I see him, he just has his headphones on or is doing this.
This pose references DaBaby's blow-up album, Baby on Baby, which was released back on March 1st of 2019.
I just love it. Everything about it. There's not enough time in the day for me to ponder his glorious works. My parents don't want me to be left alone anymore, but all I want to do is sit in my room alone.
But why does Tyson stay cooped up all day? Couldn't he idolize the rapper outside of his room? We are sending Cambridge psychologist Jimmy Dean in to take a look.
I've been briefed on the details, and the mother's been giving me a lot on the story before I came out here. But nobody's been up there in his room since the pandemic started, so we can't really know what to expect. When I go up there, I wouldn't be surprised to find some artificial structure, maybe a shrine. I see it a lot with these parasocial relationships to celebrity figures. I'm just really excited to get in there and see what's up. I really don't know what to expect. However, I think the root of the problem is getting Tyson to really understand the one-sidedness of this relationship. Tyson, can we come in there? I'm a psychologist. Hey, what's going on in here, man?
Nothing.
I was just shocked. I'm still shocked right now, sitting here thinking about it. Everything was just so meticulously placed all throughout the room. I'm really glad we got here when we did. It could have gotten really bad.
Could you please bow to Jonathan? You've entered into his spiritual space.
My apologies. Of course. So, how did you get to decorating all this so meticulously?
This is not enough.
And why DaBaby? Why celebrate him so much?
Well, ever since Baby on Baby dropped, I haven't been able to stop thinking about John. He's just so charismatic. I feel like it would be a disservice to not praise his multitude of works the way that I do.
I'm not really wrapped my head around the whole situation yet. The decor in his room is really only for him, so this can't be a kind of lashing out for attention, which was something I was originally thinking. I really think the best thing right now is some traditional shock therapy.
Surprisingly, Dean gets Tyson to step outside for a moment to stand in the forest alongside the perimeter of Jennifer's property.
Tyson, what are we looking at right now?
a bunch of trees. Can I please go back inside now? I'd almost finished my second cycle of the baby's essential playlist.
Can we agree that there are, say, 1,000 trees in this dense little forest?
Where are you going with this? I thought you went to Harvard.
Every single one of these trees you see in an acre radius is equivalent to all the paper you use to cut out pictures of the baby each year. You're killing the environment with your addiction.
I just never knew it had gotten this out of control. Trees are important, and I like turtles. Well, now that I think about it, those trees were already cut down before I bought the paper. Let's go.
Tyson is definitely more stubborn and selfish than I had originally predicted. I think we're going to really need to highlight the personal consequences of his behavior if he's going to get through to him.
As a suggestion on behalf of Jimmy Dean, our production team enlisted clinical neuroscientist Joe Smo of New York Presbyterian Hospital to get Tyson to do an fMRI brain scan. This should allow him to accurately analyze the pattern and shape of Tyson's brain for abnormalities.
Today, I just really want to help Tyson understand his physical consequences of his behavior, correlating his own actions to the real-world risks and danger.
Last night, while Tyson was sleeping in his room, Dr. Schmo and his team broke in with the permission of his mother. They sedated Tyson with a light anesthesia and moved him downstairs to a portable fMRI machine. Using state-of-the-art technology, they were able to determine the dimensions of his brain.
Was it an invasion of privacy? That's not for me to determine. I think the ends justify the means here. I'm gonna show Tyson my findings today, and as you'll see, they are shocking.
Dr. Schmo marches up to Tyson's room, ready to spill the news.
Tyson, I want you to look at this picture on the left, right here. It's a brain.
Honey, let the doctor speak.
No, he's right, it is a brain. Precisely, it is your own brain from 2 years ago.
Looks pretty good to me. I'm kind of smart, not gonna lie.
Exactly, it looks great. However, please avert your eyes to the picture on the right.
What is that?
That, Tyson, is a picture from last night.
Is that a tumor?
It's like no tumor I've ever seen before. It seems like your baby receptors have been overloaded with dopamine and serotonin for the last 2 years. Their connective tissue has been damaged, causing a localized buildup of the corpus callosum region of your brain. If this continues, this can split your brain from the inside out.
The tumor strikingly resembles a popular internet meme titled "DaBaby Car," often found on Instagram meme pages. The graphic is now obstructing Tyson's neural function.
Oh my, I can't believe this has been happening. Ever since Baby on Baby dropped, I can never imagine staying in my room, listening to Bop all day long and screaming could have caused this much damage. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault. You didn't know it had gotten this bad.
Doc, I don't know if I can stop. Am I going to die?
The short answer, yes. I'm glad you see the consequences now. If you want to survive, you need to alter your life.
I want to survive. What can I do?
Well, we'll start with giving you a daily checklist. We don't want you to go cold turkey here.
Alright, give me the list.
Alright, guys.
We're going to check back with you in 3 months.
3 months later, the doctors went back to Tyson's house. They found him in his room in a coma, as no one had checked on him in weeks. He was transported to the hospital, yet got hit by a school bus on the ambulance ride there. Jennifer is currently in the midst of a legal suit with a bus driver, who is acquitted on charges of second-degree manslaughter. Thanks for watching, and please support us on Patreon. Rest in peace, Tyson Miller, 2002 to 2021.